Aloha, welcome and thank you for being here. I'm called Shell. Today is December 31st, 2024. I just looked at my phone calendar to know what day it was, to be able to say that to you, and realized that it's New Year's Eve according to the Gregorian calendar, and that I have been unaware of this all day, and it's now around 5 p.m. So interesting. You know, since about 2018, when I exited like working and all this, I've not tuned into time in the way that I had always known how to do, because I haven't had any responsibility to check in or not check in, clock in anywhere on any specific day. So I do have a wall calendar that helps me know, like, okay, I've got this to do today, I've got this session at this time today. But it's a very different experience. Like, people who've been retired a few years could probably relate to this. It's just very different, because sort of in the back of my head, when I know that I don't have any session work for multiple days, then I'll go several days without looking at my calendar, and then like instinctually I'll look again. I'm like, okay, this is where I am and this is what's coming up tomorrow. But in between that, in the liminal, I'm just timeless. And so reflecting on New Year, the New Year doesn't resonate with me at this time. This is when I'm like getting into my winter body, getting into sleep and dream work, really deepening my inner journey for the winter. So New Year's for me, and when I really like to celebrate, like New Year's celebration, is in spring. And I believe that Vietnam celebrates their New Year's in April. And that resonates with me. So I'll have to look into the different New Year's that are celebrated in different parts of the world, and see who I choose to participate in their celebratory acknowledgement of the new year. So for me, that's going to be in the spring. But of course, the dates will change, right, for all of us. So tomorrow will be officially 2025. And yes, and I'll be ringing that in a new home. So we moved last week while people here in the United States, many of them were celebrating Christmas. I was moving, and today I've been unpacking and organizing my art studio. Very excited that I've got an art studio, like a standalone studio now. And yeah, so it's been a while. I wanted to pop in and say hi, to open the conversation so that you all can share with me how you're doing so far this winter, what's going on with you. I'll start the conversation. It's been very challenging. Something's in my eye. Everything about this move, involving this move, has been super challenging. And it's so funny. Oh, it's Ash. Let's get a little bit further. Oh my goodness, I just fell in the mud. Come on, Mir. So everything about this move that could present as a challenge right now is doing that for me. And really, I'm in this, like, I don't know what to call it, learning by being challenged to just observe how I respond when things are really difficult. Like today is, let's see, the first night we slept here was a Sunday, and today is Tuesday. So I have slept here, I guess like maybe 6 nights or something like that. And today the refrigerator was delivered and the stove was delivered. The stove is not installed yet because we have propane, not gas. And so tomorrow someone's coming to make the conversion for us. So I've had a stovetop, but not an oven. I've had a clawfoot bathtub, wonderful, but not a shower. So any moment that I've wanted to like quickly hop in the shower and get ready, I have instead, since I have not had a shower, taken my time, drawn a bath, and then bathed. So my bathing alone ritual right now is like an hour instead of 15 minutes. And that's going along with that theme that had been popping up for me since I was in Hawaii, where the turtle kept coming up and saying like, slow down, slow down. And so there's been one challenge or complication after another in the move, and so it's really been I've had to slow down and slow down and slow down and accept just what is. And like the first time the appliances were attempted to be delivered, it had rained. We had a lot of weather and rainy weather, and so here, honey, please don't lay on my art book. I'm gonna move that, and then you can lay on the tree stump. Thanks. So the delivery truck came with the appliances, and then they couldn't get up our driveway, and you know, we had just graveled that driveway, so it was nice. And they kind of, they're city drivers. They don't know that they'll ruin a driveway by trying to drive something that doesn't have 4-wheel drive up a steep gravel road. You can't be mad that city people don't know how to drive on country roads. It's just what is. So like I said, it's just been like, you know, almost there, almost there. Oh, not there yet, not there yet. So what's coming up for me? Slowing down, being patient, tuning into what I'm grateful for and what I appreciate, and tuning into what I do have in the moments that it feels like I don't. Because there's been so many moments, there have been so many moments where I am not having my way. Life's like, no, sister. No, not your way today. And so I'm just letting myself like get really pissed off for a moment, and then some moments I just breathe. Some moments I stop what I'm attempting to do and I refocus to something else that is a smaller little something I know I can accomplish. Some moments it's really intense and I need to like move energy, and so like I went and hiked a really steep hill. In some moments I pick up my art journal, like December 29th, however many days ago that was. I was super frustrated, like almost to the, I was pissed off really. And I just started sketching, and I saw this character in my scribble, and it was kind of like Mir. Yeah, it was sort of like Mir in a way. And I was like, what's the message for me? And he had his tongue hanging out, and he's like all jolly and everything. It's just like, chill out, lighten up. It's not that serious. And it worked. So I like sat down for 30 minutes and just did some art, and I got this message to lighten up, and it worked. So yeah, it's just the ash is following me. It's really just been like that. And so like I said, today is the 31st. It's a Tuesday. I've been sleeping in this home since Sunday before, and every little thing you could imagine, from like little things to, oh, because you know, this home that we moved into is brand new. It was a little, like, I don't know, I want to say 800 square foot cabin that did not have a single bathroom in it, that was unfinished. A couple bought it in the 80s, and then in 2000 they like built this structure that kind of looked like a barn, and they just never finished. And then they got older, they were in their 70s. Oh, there's a trailer back there. They would come up and live in that motorhome or trailer, fifth wheel, and like do a little bit on the cabin, but they never finished. And so last year, my sweetie pie and a couple of contractors, local guys, they built a home, and now it's double the size. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and but my sweetie's also not a carpenter, so there, you know, it's like the first home he's ever built, which is great practice, because when we get our tropical home this coming up year, when we find that place and we build next, he knows now from experience how he wants to build the next place. And so this was the beta. This was the get the experience. And so there's just so many little things. And we're also starting from like scratch, as far as like, you know, coming over. You don't think about these little things, but like, oh, I get out of the bath, where do I hang my towel? Oh, there's not a thing on any wall anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna get creative. All right, like, that's all right. I'm gonna get creative. Where can I put this where it's gonna dry, where it's not gonna get something else wet and whatever, like little things like that, that again have me pausing and taking my time and like redirecting. So it's been little things, it's been big things. I have mostly communicated what's going on with me in difficult moments in a good way. I have you know, made the mistake once and like lost my temper and like slammed my hand on a cabinet and say things like, don't ask me how I'm feeling if you don't want to know, which is like violent communication, and I'm aware of it. So you know, having to apologize when I come out of compassionate communication, compassionate non-violent communication, and like, you know, really observing myself and then redirecting and making the change to communicate better. But so yeah, I've just had a couple little hiccups, and other than that, I feel like I'm doing a good job at self-care, because I have taken a lot of naps. I have rested and napped and rested and napped and timed out so much in the last like 6 or 7 nights, evenings, days, and I'm really proud of myself for that. The other thing that I did, because you know, I love change and I love challenge. So last week, while most people were celebrating Christmas, I started last Monday a liver detox. So I also completely gave up all caffeine, coffee, and sugar, and then went on a herbal liver detox the week of the observed Christmas holiday and the week of my move. So yep, that's you know, that's just kind of like my style. bring on the change and really bring it on. Yeah, so I asked for change. I wanted change, and I got it delivered. And it's been really, really uncomfortable and like just brought me to all these edges. And I've been able to soften the edges and get grounded and relax. But yeah, it's not been easy. It's definitely like, oh, okay, this round of change and this round of like challenge, all right, there's big growth coming from this, because that's all that's possible. So yeah, that's my check-in. That is my oh, it's New Year's Eve. That's right. It's my New Year's Eve check-in. So tomorrow we will officially be in 2025. That doesn't mean anything different to me than being in 2024 today. Like I said, I'm going to celebrate New Year's in the spring because that's when it resonates for me. But for all of you that are celebrating a new year, Happy New Year. I love you. I pray that you're all taking the best care of yourselves through all the experiences you're having this winter. And I would love to hear from some of you what's going on in your world. Thank you again for being here. As with everything I share, please take only what resonates and discard the rest. Mahalo.